Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome to another day spotlighting the Easter Bunny stamp set with Stampin' Up! 2023. I lost the stamp set, but here it is. Super cute. You can do so much with the stamp set. I made this little bunny, added the little eggs, and just used enjoy all the little moments. Super fun. This project is a tray for these The Most STUF Oreo cookies from Dollar Tree. Of course they're from Dollar Tree. And yes, I do walk around Dollar Tree and look at stuff and say, oh, I can make a box for that. I literally do, because I don't even like Oreos. So there you go. This is using Calypso Coral cardstock, some of the Hues of Happiness DSP. I did fussy cut because these shapes are super easy to fussy cut. And there's only a punch for this guy here, which is on back order, but there's not a punch for the other bunnies. So anyway, this project is super adorable. I love it. And here comes the tutorial. Okay, so for the tutorial, we're going to need 2 sheets of Calypso Coral paper. Now, you can get 2 bottom trays from 1 piece of paper, but you can only get 1 top wrap out of a piece of paper, so it is what it is. But for the bottom tray, you need a piece of paper that is 4 by 9.5. So 4 by 9.5. And we're going to score it at 1 on all 4 sides. So while we have it here, we might as well do that. So 1, rotate, 1, rotate, 1, rotate. Okay. That's going to be our bottom tray. It'll be super easy to make, so we're just going to set that to the side. Now, your top tray, I'm just going to show you my prototype here. You can, it's just a little wrap, like a tube. You can make that out of the designer series paper. For me, it's going to be a little bit flimsy because that designer series paper is super thin, but you can, as long as the recipient is, you know, moderately gentle with it, it'll be fine. But I prefer the crisp look of the cardstock, and so I'm going to use cardstock for my top. Again, you can use your pattern paper if you want. Alright, so we're going to cut this. For the top part, you're going to need a piece of paper that is 6 3/4 by 7.5. Save your little scraps for your decorations if you want. Excuse me. Okay, so on this piece of paper, we're going to go ahead and do our scoring. So this is our top. So put your 6 3/4 inch at the top, so the short side on the top. Let me write that in my instructions. And you're going to score it on the short side at 3/4 inch, 1 3/4, 3 3/4, and 4 3/4. Okay. This one doesn't need any cutting whatsoever, so we're just going to go ahead and varnish this. Okay, so let's just go ahead and varnish. And varnish. Okay, so this is going to be your little tube that goes around like this. I'm going to go ahead and place my score tape on, but let me show you where you want to put your score tape. Because depending on how well you measured and cut your tray, this may need to be a little bit looser. So do not put your tape on the small flap. Put it on the back of your other flap, because you may need extra room. And that'll make sense when I'm doing it. So if you want to wait on your tape, that's fine. But that's where I'm going to put mine. So you can see here, the little 3/4 inch score mark is to the left. And I put tape on the back of the flap. If you put your tape on the wrong side, just flip your box over. Flip your score lines over. Okay, let's go ahead and varnish our tray. I lost my thing already. Okay, so varnish, varnish, varnish. We're going to put this together just like we would do like a bottom box. Alright, scissors. And you're going to go ahead and turn it the long way and cut up your score line, miter your square. Do the same thing on the other side. I'm trying to use these scissors more because they're super tight, but I think once they loosen up, they'll be one of my favorite pairs. Alright, so same thing, just turn it on the other side and cut up your tab, your score line, and miter that square. Now, if you did yours this way where you cut up on the short side, that's fine. Just do the same to the other side. Whichever side you start with, that's the side you need to, you need to end with. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and glue. Oh no, my glue like legit exploded. Of course it did. Because I just cleaned the top. So you're going to glue or tape or whatever adhesive of your choice you want to do. Glue those sides. You can cut the bulk out if you want to. I don't remember if I did or I didn't. Sorry, I'm cleaning out the little part where your glue goes into. Okay. Alright, I am going to go ahead and cut just some of this bulk out. It's not going to really matter, but I like to cut the bulk. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and glue my tabs, making sure your box is lined up on the corners. Alright. So the Oreo cookies came from the Dollar Tree. Yes, I stay in the Dollar Tree. We have like 3 or 4 of them, all within 10 minutes of the house. And each of the managers have different interests, and so each store has different items. So the new store, she's a crafter, and so that store has all of the crafting stuff, and I'm hoping that becomes one of the Dollar Trees that has the $5 section. I really hope she does that. Okay. Alright, so your tray is done. It's super easy. I lost the cookies. Oh, here they are. So I'm one of the weird people who I don't particularly care for Oreos unless it's in ice cream form. So, but these are fun. I heard they were really delicious. Alright, so it fits nicely in the tray. Obviously, you may have to, you know, fold in some of your extra paper, or your extra wrapping, whatever you want to do. Alright, so now what we're going to do is take our little tube and we are going to place it on top, let it, you know, fall where the score lines are, and see how mine does not go all the way to that edge. That's why we didn't put the tape on the little flap and why we put it on this flap here. Because you don't want to have to remove tape and all that. I'll show you on a different color. It might be a little bit easier. So see, if I would have put the tape on the flap, the tape would have been all the way at the top and I would have had to remove it and be a hassle. But if you put the tape on the back side of the other flap, I can just glue that down and there's no problem. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. Alright. You don't want it to be super tight to where you're struggling to peel it off, but you don't want it super loose where it just falls out. So you got to find that kind of happy medium, which I think the happy medium is roughly 1/8 of an inch gap between the I'm trying to make a darker line so you can see it, but it's like roughly 1/8 of an inch gap. Okay. Then you can easily pull your box in and out. You may have the little papers. I mean, you could be extra if those little flaps coming out were bothering you. Just kind of fold them under and you can tape it with the clear tape if you want. I was fine with it, so. But if you're not fine with it, tape it up like so. And there you go. You can add a finger pull here if you want. You can add a button or a little embellishment as a pull. You can add a ribbon, whatever you want. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, so I'm okay. But let's go ahead and decorate the front. So I'm going to use a piece of Designer Series paper, the Hues of Happiness. I had it out, but apparently I put it away. I'm going to use this piece here, I think. Yeah, that's the piece I'm going to use now. This box is 2 by 2 by 7.5. And so I'm going to cut my paper 1 7/8 by 7 3/8. So 1 7/8 because I want that 1/8 of an inch border. Okay. Doesn't matter which side you use, so if you want your flowers, you can use your flowers. But I'm going to use this. I want that Night of Navy in there. I think it's super gorgeous with Calypso Coral. So we're just going to glue this on or tape it or whatever adhesive you like to use. And we are going to line it up. Obviously you can take this off and flatten it. I can't flatten it because mine wasn't exactly, so you can't flatten it, but you can decorate before or after it's sealed. It's not a big deal, as I can't get it back in there. Alright, so I went ahead and I cut my bunny out. She is Bronze and Ivy, I think. I'll have all my blends listed below. And I just wanted a few little like eggs on here as well. Just eggs floating in the air. How about that? Why not? Super cute. Alright. I am going to take my dimensionals and I'm going to put it directly on my box so that way I know when I line up my bunny it's not coming off the box. I probably do need to put something underneath that ear just so it's not free flowing there. Okay, I put some dimensionals on my little greeting here. Probably should do my eggs first. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on my eggs. Everything's going to be popped up. I'm in a popped up type of mood. How about that? And we're going to do, you can add ribbon to your bunny's neck if you wanted to. Or you can add like a little like pearl. You can get your pearls out and you can make her have a little pearl necklace or a little rhinestone necklace. If you don't press your dimensionals too hard, you can lift it up. Oops. Reposition what you need to reposition. And one more. So the center one I felt was big enough for a full dimension, and then the left and right I just cut a dimension in half. You can use your mini dimensionals. Alright, like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in. Now they cannot be moved. Alright, I'm going to use a little tiny piece off the edge to put behind this ear, just to make sure that this ear stays down and it doesn't rip off. And I put a little piece behind the other ear too. I'm literally just cutting pieces off the edging. Oh, I do have my mini dimensionals right here. I could have used those, but it's okay. I often forget about the minis, to be honest. Alright, so I think I am going to use my rhinestones and give her a little, just a little bling. These are the fine sparkle back adhesives from the gnome set. So I'm not going to put these in the description box because I don't think these are in the catalog still. So you can really use any rhinestones you have just to give her a little extra pizzazz. Look at how cute that is. I'll show you. See how cute? Just a little necklace, little sparkle. And you can add, you know, more sparkles, more gems, wherever you want. Just one there, and I think I want, no, that's all I want. You can add your Wink of Stella to kind of make your eggs pop out. I'm going to add Wink of Stella to her little belly. This is my raggedy Wink of Stella. I messed up the brush. I don't know how I did that. I think I put the lid on wrong probably. And you can just add some wink to your eggs just to give them a little sparkle. There we go. Alright, so that is it, guys. Here is our Oreo cookie box. Again, this box is 2 by 7, what did I say, 7.5. So it's a pretty big box. You can add whatever you want. You can add Kit Kats in there. You can add, you know, really anything you want. I did have some Kit Kats on my desk, but probably ate them. So really nice size matchbox. Here you can put those new fun, or I guess they're not really new, but those fun straw things that when you drink it, it has flavors inside, like you put in your milk. I bought those for my niece last week. But yeah, well, that's the project, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.